had been praying about this for a while now, a couple years. I think right around the time when I became more devoted to my relationship with Christ, I started to see what a beautiful gift men are to this world. And yes, I know there are men who do awful things and choose to do harm and use their gifts for evil, but I'm talking about the men who strive to do the will of God and who know that they have a huge responsibility in this world, and they take that seriously and they do everything that they can to live up to the calling that God has given them. And this is regardless of their vocation, whether you're a priest or whether you're a spouse, or you're still single and trying to figure it out, or you're young and you still don't know what God is asking of you. That's fine. I think as long as you live your identity as a child of God and you live with those Christian values, those values that bear fruit, you're doing so much for the world. And I think that's basically what I want to say in this video. Thank you for striving to follow the Lord and to be in love with Him, so much so that it shows in all that you do. I have been blessed, and I know, and I'm so grateful for this, that all the men in my life have been amazing. I mean, starting with my own father, just he believes in me, and his family always comes first. He's very hardworking. He always wants the best for us, and it really, really shows. So to the fact that I have that in my own household, I know that has played a huge role in helping me become the woman that I am now. So I want to just kind of let you know that as a man, you have such a great impact, and you don't have to have daughters or a spouse to know this or to live it. I've had friends, or you know, just men that I would encounter and have beautiful conversations with, or it's really the little things of showing how gentle your heart is and living that part of your manhood and being a gentleman in that regard. And I mean, in everything that it means to be a gentleman, but specifically allowing your masculinity to bring out our femininity. That is so beautiful, and something that if you have not heard anyone say thank you to you, or just received a compliment for the goodness that you're doing, I hope that this very simple and maybe insignificant video helps you to recognize that God sees all that you're doing, all your hard efforts, and He appreciates it. And we women, we appreciate it because it is thanks to men like you that we're able to thrive also as children of God. So I know this world can be crazy and it can bring you down, and it's constantly shouting that men are the enemy, and it's just not true. We need men, brave men in this world who are willing to fight against the enemy who is constantly at war with us, and the world refuses to accept that or to see it, or maybe they're too afraid. But with the help of brave men like you, I know that this world will get better. And at least in the lives that you touch and that you encounter, you are allowing those people to live like God has asked them to live, and or at least make it a little bit easier for them to go forth with whatever it is that they're doing. And it doesn't matter how old they are. Your impact is so significant. Um, in the same way that it doesn't matter how old you are, you can do great things as a man, no matter your age, no matter if you have disabilities or not. Just the fact that you love the way God loves is enough. And the fact that you bring out the manhood of God and allow us as humans to experience that is such a blessing for everyone. So, thank you. And keep keep being the man of God that you're called to be, and don't give up. I know there's going to be lots and lots of temptations that come along the way, but keep trusting that the Lord will provide with everything that you need. He will equip you and give you the armor that you will need to succeed in this battle that we're having against the enemy. But as children of God, we know that we can trust in Him. And just from the bottom of my heart, and I know I've talked to many women who are so grateful that we have brave men like you out here in the world taking care of us and nourishing us, not just providing the basics, but spiritually, which I think is the most important part. If we don't have God in our lives and we don't have men who stand up for the faith, then our society is just going to keep crumbling. So, thanks to you, we are able to live joyfully despite everything else that goes around in the world. So, just one more time, wanted to say thank you for being a great example also to our little ones because they are watching you and they see the superpowers, so to speak, that God has given you. And it's beautiful to see a little boy look up to his dad or even like a relative or a priest and just think they're so amazing. Just, I know I worked with little kids for a while, and whenever the priests from our school would come into the classroom, they would say the sweetest things to him. They would just be in love and in awe and be like, wow, you're like Jesus because of the way that he just loves. It really radiates that love of God. And even one time this little boy told his mom that he wanted to be like the priest and just have all the superpowers that he has. So little boys are watching and our little girls too. Like they know that there's something special when it comes to the men of God. So thank you on behalf of everyone. I think this is one of the very few times where I can speak for more people than just myself, but it's true. You matter. And I hope that's the biggest takeaway from this video, that your efforts as a man of God matter. And we are so grateful that you choose to do the will of God. God bless.